Imagine you're facing the most challenging task of your life. You feel overwhelmed, irritated, and hopeless. You wonder why this is happening to you and how you will ever get over it. You are inclined to give up or blame others for your circumstances. But what if I told you there's a way to convert this obstacle into your biggest opportunity? Is there a philosophy that might help you turn any challenge into an advantage? There is a book that can educate you on how to achieve this while also inspiring you with stories from those who have done it before. So in this video, we're going to speak about Ryan Holiday's book, The Obstacle is the Way. This book provides an introduction to the ancient concept of Stoicism and how it may help you conquer any obstacle with bravery, inventiveness, and endurance. Whether you're struggling with personal troubles, career hurdles, or global disasters, this video will teach you how to turn your barriers into opportunities and become unstoppable in the process. We've arranged this book into 3 sections. If you haven't already subscribed to our channel, do so immediately before you watch the video. Subscribe to the channel and give the video a thumbs up. Chapter 1. Perception. Changing your perspective is the first step toward overcoming any challenge. Perception is how we perceive and comprehend what happens around us, and it is completely within our control. We can choose to view our challenges as threats or opportunities. We can choose to whine or act. We may choose to be victims or heroes. Holiday provides several examples of people who exploited their perceptions to convert obstacles into benefits. For example, he recalls the tale of Thomas Edison, who lost his entire business to a fire at the age of 67. Instead of giving up, he viewed the fire as an opportunity to begin over and remarked, "Thank heavens, all of our mistakes were burned away. Now we can start over." He rebuilt his factory and went on to create the phonograph, motion picture camera, and several other breakthroughs. Another example is Amelia Earhart, who was the first woman to fly alone across the Atlantic. She overcame several challenges, including sexism, inclement weather, and technical difficulties. But she wouldn't let them stop her. She used them as motivation, saying, "The most difficult part is deciding to act. The rest is just tenacity. The anxieties are paper tigers. You are free to do whatever you want." The key to modifying your view is to ask yourself the appropriate questions. Instead of asking, "Why is this happening to me?" consider, "What can I learn from this?" Instead of asking, "How can I avoid this?" try, "How can I use this?" Instead of asking, "Who is to blame for this?" consider, "What is my responsibility in this?" By asking these questions, you can change your mindset from negative to positive, passive to active. Chapter 2. Action. The second step in overcoming a hurdle is to take action. Action is how we go forward and achieve progress, and we must do it every day. We can't just sit back and wait for things to improve. We must make them better. We cannot simply hope for the best. We must prepare for the worst. We can't merely fantasize about the future. We have to build it. Holiday provides several examples of people who overcame obstacles through their actions. For example, he recalls the account of Theodore Roosevelt, who suffered from asthma as a youngster and was warned by his physicians that he would never be able to live normally. Instead of accepting his fate, he chose to work and improve his body, becoming a skilled hunter, adventurer, and soldier. He also became one of the most powerful presidents in American history, saying, "Do what you can with what you have and where you are." Another example is Demosthenes, who was born with a speech handicap and was ridiculed by his contemporaries for his stammer. Instead of giving up, he resolved to train and enhance his speaking talents, eventually becoming one of ancient Greece's best orators. He also led the Athenian democracy and stated, "Small opportunities are often the beginning of great enterprises." The key to taking action is to break down your huge objective into smaller actions and concentrate on the next one. Focus on the process rather than the end. Instead of becoming overwhelmed by the complexity, simplify the work. Instead of becoming immobilized by dread, take the first step. This allows you to gain momentum and confidence and achieve outcomes. Chapter 3. Will. The final and most important stage in overcoming any difficulty is to unleash your willpower. Will is the driving energy that keeps us going and battling, and it is something we must develop. We may not be able to control everything that happens in our lives, but we can control how we react to it. We can stop or continue. We have the power to detest or admire. We can submit or prevail. Holiday gives us several stories of people who used their willpower to overcome terrible difficulties. For example, he recounts the tragedy of Viktor Frankl, who was imprisoned in a Nazi death camp and lost his family, possessions, and dignity. Instead of giving in to despair, he found meaning in his anguish, saying, "Everything can be taken away from a man except one thing, the last of the human freedoms, to choose one's attitude in any given set of circumstances, to choose one's path." Another example is John D. Rockefeller, the world's wealthiest man, who experienced the biggest economic downturn in history, the Panic of 1857. Instead of panicking, he saw the collapse as an opportunity, saying, "These are days when many are demoralized. Depressions have come and gone during my 93 years of existence. Prosperity has always returned, and it will again." He took advantage of the financial crisis to buy out his rivals, increasing his wealth and power. The answer to exercising your will is to accept what you cannot change while changing what you can. Accept the reality of your circumstances, but do not allow it to restrict you. Change your mentality, behaviors, and habits, but do not compromise your ideals. Use your willpower to transform your sorrow into strength and your hurdle into a roadblock. So, these are the 3 steps to overcoming any obstacle: perception, action, and will. By applying these steps, you can turn any problem into a solution, any weakness into a strength, and any challenge into an opportunity. You can become a master of your destiny and achieve anything you set your mind to. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.